It's news time. Information is power. The current. The news headline. Ohanaeze youth issue strong warning to DSS. There will be war if anything should happen to Father Mbaka. In response to calls for the resignation of the president or for the prosecution of insecurity challenges in the country by Father Ejike Mbaka, the Ohanaeze Indigbo Youth Council (OYC) has strongly warned the Department of State Security Service (DSS) that there will be war if it arms the spiritual director of the Adoration Ministry of Enugu. The Catholic priest said DSS operatives had come to his house in Enugu State to send a letter inviting him to his office in Abuja during his congregation speech on Sunday, 6 June. According to him, those present at his house at the moment accept the letter from the DSS operatives, and in a statement released by the President General, Mazi Oku Nabuike, on Monday, he said he would not tolerate further harassment of the spiritual director and threatening to wage war if he is armed. The statement stated, "I condemn the invitation because it is a plan by the federal government to silence the Father Reverend Mbaka. Whoever speaks without supporting the government, they now come for the person, just like it banned Twitter. There will be war if anything should happen to Father Mbaka. DSS has no reason to invite Mbaka. The same Mbaka prophesied the emergence of Bewāre. He was not invited by DSS then, but now that he is talking about the state of nation, hunger and killings in the land, DSS came to invite him. But we warn that any plot against Mbaka must be resisted by Igbo youth. Let nothing happen to him. This onslaught against a revered priest in Igbo land should stop forthwith. The Enugu Catholic bishop should cease from trying to silence Mbaka. Mbaka has been talking under two past bishops, Eninja and Buji. They did not disturb him. We are in the know that the federal government is on the neck of Onaga to silence Mbaka. They want Mbaka banned and sent out of the Catholic Church. But they must know that the physical cannot control the spiritual. Mbaka should continue to prophesy to the world. Those who don't have such a gift are just envious of him." And this is the news by the Ohanaeze youth, who have issued a strong warning to the Directorate of State Services, who had been reported to have invited Father Ejike Mbaka, who is a revered Catholic priest in the Enugu State. They invited him over, and the reasons yet unknown. But it is believed that because the revered priest had always, been prophesying things that would happen in the country, and also, criticizing the maladministration of the President Muhammadu Bewāre, and most likely this is because of his utterances about the President Muhammadu Bewāre and his government, and this must have led to this invite from the DSS operatives. And in a statement released by the Ohanaeze Youth President General Mazi Oku Nabuike, he said that he would not tolerate the further harassment of the spiritual director and threatening to wage war if he is armed, saying that the invitation is just a means to silence the Father Mbaka, who are saying that whoever speaks without supporting the government has automatically become a terrorist, just like the banned Twitter, and says that the DSS has no reason to invite Mbaka because this same Mbaka was the one, as at the time, who prophesied that the President Muhammadu Bewāre would actually emerge, and as at then, they found no reason to invite him to their place, but because now he's talking about things that are not right, they have, especially about the Muhammadu Bewāre regime, they have felt the need to invite him all of a sudden, saying that the Catholic bishop needs not to succumb to the pressure from the government to silence Father Mbaka, that they need to just leave him and allow him to break the silence and correct the malady, saying that they want their attempt is to ban and send out Mbaka from the Catholic Church, but they must know that the physical can never control the spiritual, and therefore Mbaka needs to continue to prophesy to the world, and it is just those who are envious of him that are trying to bring him down at all costs. If we part ways with the North, I still don't want a country of Igbo people only. Speed Darlington. As Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB members continuing their struggle for the creation of Biafra, singer Speed Darlington has said that he doesn't want to belong to a country of only Igbo people. The singer stated this during an exchange with an Instagram user who took to his page to warn him against speaking ill of Nnamdi Kanu. We recall that a few days Speed Darlington had frowned at a constant sit-at-home order issued by the indigenous people of Biafra, where he had said that he opined that the directive would add an adverse effect on the people of the southeast who are forced to close their shops, and any day the directive is actually issued, it will have an adverse effect on each and every one of them. And responding to the IG user who gave him a warning not to dare speak against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Speed Darlington actually opined that the diversity of Nigeria is what makes us interesting, and that he doesn't want a country where two or only one language will be spoken. And actually, the Instagram guy who actually said that, DJ Collie, known by DJ Collie D, Akbi, I respect you as a fan, but please don't ever mention MNK, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in your broadcast if you don't want backlash. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter and you are an entertainer. You are two different people, so do your job and let him do his. And Akbi Fire, that is Darlington, replied to him and says that, as DJ Collie D, I don't like this statement, but it is your opinion. A person can be whatever he or she wants to be, and stop limiting yourself to one time is sacrificing for everyone. But the fact is that I do not want a country of just two language or one language. I want different ways of marriage, and culture is what makes everybody interesting. All of us have different types of masquerade, and these differences makes us interesting. And therefore, even if we part ways with North, I still don't want a country of Igbo people only. And these were the words of Speed Darlington, who had actually opined that there is actually fruitfulness and some kind of amusement and nostalgic feelings in diversity, saying that the people actually still have to cohabit, and it does not want anything whereby we split differently, such that we would not be able to cohabitate together. And this is just because the federal government had yet refused to manage the diversity.